And we're back here on Wall and Grant, alltalktv.com. We've been live, and we spoke to Mark Hebscher. He's always fun. We spoke to Steve Couch, and so what do you think of the broadcast today? What's your thoughts, your comments, your ideas? Because I think Steve Couch did not appreciate the fact that I didn't read the book that he gave me for free.
Okay.
What's your feeling on that?
My feeling is, well, for me personally, before I really read a book that somebody gives me, I've got to somewhat be inspired by something for me to read it. You see, so you got to kind of earn the stripes first before you can really decide if I'm going to really finish this thing out. But I'm going to give you a game plan, though. If anybody gives you a book in the future, just go to the back few pages. Right? I mean, like, just spend a couple of minutes, right?
Woody Allen's great line, eh? He always goes to the last 3 pages just in case he passes away. He's got the book read. All right, I like the positive outcome thinking there, but I mean, someone's going to give you a book, and you have no real moral obligation to go through it from front to back.
No.
Are you with me on this?
I'm with you.
You get the gist of it, you get the pertinent facts, and you get enough to represent yourself intelligently, which I might have failed to do on this occasion today, but it's pretty much.
Well, with him, I believe passionate.
Yeah.
You know, he has a lot of drive. He believes in what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right? What I think he needs more is just like in any business, if people don't know who you really are,
right,
you will not make any kind of money. Right? So therefore, he has to really put some effort in getting his name out there. I don't know what the investment...
He knows, by the way, he knows the media. He knows the media very well. And all kidding aside, people will be well served, to allow him to consult on their behalf. I just thought that he was a little bit too heavy on the book thing. Mm-hmm. It's not the Old Testament. It's not 5 books of Moses. I'm not, I'm not spiritually, emotionally, intellectually obligated to go through that thing. Mm-hmm. And between you and I,
well, you just want the Coles Notes. That's why you brought him in, right? So,
absolutely. So Mark Hebscher, you've been a fan of his for a long time.
Yes.
So what'd you think about Hebsy?
Great guy.
Nice.
I enjoy it every time I see him.
Yeah.
I keep on thinking back when he was with Global and Sportsline, and they were it was the end of the year going into the New Year's, and they would show all the Hebsies, all the years, and you could see how he changed, how he's growing up on the TV,
But I'm realizing something here with this Calderon thing. Yeah. This is a real dividing point in Toronto. Mm-hmm. This is a real dividing point in Toronto, isn't it? Mm-hmm. He felt pretty strongly that Calderon, was a third stringer. And I realized that, people have a lot of resentment here. I guess they feel that Calderon has not been able to deliver what they had hoped. My contention is something simple, is that he's never had the cast of players. Mm-hmm. He's never had a playoff caliber team with him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the difference is, okay, look at John Wall, right?
What about John Wall?
Well, John Wall,
another example of somebody on a great player on a bad team.
But he's a great player. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter who the other players are. He can be seen as a great player, and is proven he's a great player. So what they're looking for from Calderon, they don't want to hear about drafting and getting new players in to help. We want to see, what have you done for us lately, Calderon? Now, again, he's a great player. He has an unbelievable basketball IQ. I'll give him that. But the bottom line is this, and we've discussed this before. When you're playing in the NBA, and especially as you get closer to the playoffs, you got to have the ability to go into a second gear. So it can't be business as usual and the normal X and O's. Like your decision-making ability changes. Everything is heightened. Everything gets faster. And if you don't have the ability to even, and defense is based on reaction. And if you can't react quickly, it's going to get faster in the playoffs. You see? So he's the kind of guy that if you start a franchise and you want it to be stable, you put Calderon in. Keeps everybody calm, level-headed, right? And I like that.
Raptors, quick prediction before we go. Raptors are going to finish in what place? He's thinking.
I would have to say fourth in the division. Fourth in the division. they got some teams that they have to pass, and it's going to be difficult for them to pass them. I know that
But
Boston
you didn't say
lost.
the conference. Never mind, division.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference. What kind of seed are we coming in at?
It's hard for me to say.
Pick something. You got it. You can't ride the fence.
I'll say
on this.
8th.
You're going to squeeze. All right, there you heard it. Gene Grant says Raptors are going to squeeze into the playoffs in the 8th and final playoff spot, and we're going to hold him to it to see if he is, in fact, on the money.
We need some excitement in Toronto.
We need some excitement
There's no
here.
NHL. There's nothing going. The Blue Jays are
We
gone.
need some excitement here. All right, we've had plenty of excitement today, so we're going to wrap it up here on Wall and Grant. Thank you so much for being with me as always. It's always fun, and we're going to cut out now. We're going to wish you all the best. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more All Talk TV. Thanks for being here. Good night, everybody.